on Lust or Run. Oh, what is going on?
My style is comic gypsy, big cluster of awesome.
Oh, God.
My legs cannot carry away fast enough.
Run. Run. Let's take the artist away.
I feel very vulnerable.
Do you think that that comes from the bullying that you had as a kid?
It became like the cool thing to do to hate me. It was when I was in school, it was when I was home, and
When it comes to personal style, look says a lot of who you are. But what kind of message are you really saying? Does the world see you the way you see yourself? Well, I asked, and I found out. And now I'm going to fix it on Love, Lust, or Run. What is going on? There is so much to look at. Hi.
Hi, Savannah.
I know.
People call me Savvy, though. You can call me Savvy.
Yes, there's a lot of me to you. I see that you're a huge tie-dye fan.
Big tie-dye fan.
Okay, do you listen to Grateful Dead?
My mom did. My parents met at a Grateful Dead concert.
Why is this not surprising?
Savannah. I'm 24. I live in Pennsylvania, and I'm an aerialist. My style is cosmic gypsy, big cluster of awesome. I have dozens of statement pieces, all different kinds of things. You just put them all together, and it creates this incredible look that just really speaks volumes. Cosmic kimono, Barbie and a disco ball have baby. This is electro fur. It takes things to a whole new level. I started dressing like this when I was probably in middle school or high school. I never fit in, and I was bullied pretty intensely.
She went through some times in middle, especially high school. That's really when she started overdoing it with her clothing, I think, to stand out. I think Savannah, down her look, it would give people a chance just to see her for who she is rather than the image she's trying to project.
Yes, I'm a performer, and I love it, but I'm also a person, and I'd love to be able to walk around without needing to put on such a show all the time.
There's a lot going on here. So tell me everything about you.
I'm having lots of fun. I'm a model, a performer. I'm in the circus.
Really in the circus?
Yeah, I'm an aerialist and all kinds of things. And my personality really shines through in my clothes. But I think that that's people's only impression of me, that I am not really a normal person.
Have you always dressed this way?
I was dressing this way when I was in high or high school. I was always bullied pretty heavily and couldn't escape it. So I was like, well, if I'm going to stick out, I might as well own it. And I started dressing really crazy, but I was controlling what you were talking about because I was so over the top. That was the first thing you noticed.
Right. If people were going to criticize you, it couldn't affect you inside because they were just criticizing what you were allowing them to criticize.
Exactly.
Now, I'm assuming that bullying didn't last past what, high school?
No, after high school, I went to a very small women's college, and that was the cool kid because they saw all this as not a cover up, but just as who I am.
So why do you want to change it now?
Well, I have a professional degree in psychology, and I want to be able to help people one-on-one in a setting that isn't just a whole show.
Right. A more therapeutic thing. You can't be the center of attention.
Right.
So you know why you're here. You know what you need from that. Let's start by taking a look at what random people on the street to say when they saw this, right?
Okay.
What kind of message they got. Okay. Come with me. After you. You make a lot of noise. You jingle. All right, so we went out to the street and we took your look with us and we really showed people and we asked them whether they loved the look, lust after the look, or you. And this is the look that we showed to people. Let's see what to say. Oh, God.
Well, it looks all over the place.
She kind of reminds me of somebody who tells fortunes.
You said she worked in a system. Wouldn't surprise me.
I think she'd get taken seriously in any professional environment by anyone really over the age of 12. I think she's a beautiful girl, but not very weird dressed.
My legs cannot carry away fast enough. Most definitely.
I would run.
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 Lust.
Run.
I got lust.
I know you got lust. I also feel like I don't know whether those people were informed that you in the circus, right? But to tell me that you are now to explore the psychology side of your education, I mean, that's where what any of those people had to say, I think, strikes a chord.
I want people comfortable coming and talking to me without thinking that they're going to get fortune read or something like that.
Right, exactly. So you like I studied psychology, but I do read Teves. So you know how we do this, right? I mean, we get rut, and then you got to get out of the rut.
Right.
And the way I get everybody out of the rut is by a strip. Take the artifice that you have clearly been controlling away. And then we're going to start there when all the makeup and all the jewelry and all the clothing is off.
Okay.
Go do it, sister. I want her not to think that her performative self has to be her true self. I think there's a lot more to her. She doesn't need a spotlight. What she needs is to feel the sunlight.
I feel very vulnerable.
I mean, you think that that comes from the bullying that you had as a kid?
It was just like my whole world. All right. Okay. This is the biggest part. My makeup. I don't feel special. I feel very plain, pretty naked.
How you feeling, darling?
Terribly vulnerable.
Oh, wow, that was kind of a face
Drastic.
you made.
Just kind of feel like nothing.
You feel like nothing?
A little bit.
Because you're not wearing makeup?
That was like my favorite thing to do. It was, you know,
Why was it your favorite thing to do?
as it made me feel pretty.
Why didn't you feel to begin with?
I don't know.
Do you think that that comes from the kind of bullying you had as a kid?
Yeah. Yeah, I tried really hard. And no matter what I did, it didn't make a difference. No one really told me I was beautiful or anything. I was just always kind of ugly duckling.
Just for the record, I mean, who bullied you and why?
It was a whole group of people. It became the cool thing to do to hate me. They had a whole MySpace page, all anti-Savannah group, and it was like 80 members strong. They used to follow me around in the hallways. They memorized my schedule so they could yell at me and throw notes at me and things like that. And it was just like my whole world. I couldn't, it was when I was in school, it was when I was home. And
I'm so sorry, I can't listen anymore of that. Okay, that's terrific. Okay, so this comes from a super deep place, but it also explains to me why you want to help other people. You want to do that from a place of authenticity.
Right.
I can't do that from a place of being scarred.
yeah,
So we have some work to do. We do. So trust me.
I trust you.
Right? I'm going to take care of it.
I know you.
All right, come on with me. We're going to go shopping and we're going to fix our makeup. I think the thing about this is that they never go away. You need to live alongside them. And from what I can see, Savannah's been growing them up with a lot of eye makeup and a lot of sparkly headscarves. So I think what we need to do is sort of acknowledge them and work with them and not against them. All right, so we're going in here right this way. Okay, so we have a few things to talk about. Most important thing is that we have to let those scars be scars. They are now badges of honor. You have lived through this stuff, and you need to see yourself in a new light. And the light is not necessarily a spotlight. It can be sunlight. You have to be your authentic self.
That's what I want.
Okay, let's start by taking a look at some of this stuff. I want your take first.
Oh, this is kind of cool. This looks like an off the shoulder. It's got kind of like a G-sleeve type deal.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, for lack of a better word.
I like this. I really like the colors, and I love bell sleeve.
What else like?
That's cute right there.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, I like this a lot. The shape of this is a lot smaller. One of the things that I'm noticing about what you're choosing are things that are very big and flowy.
I like big flowy. It has a lot of drama.
Okay. Drama, we're going to leave stage for the second.
Okay.
You are very petite. Anything that's big and flowy is going to distract from you entirely. It's almost like wearing a sequin headscarf. You think about something like that.
That's very loud. The shape of it is the thing I would normally go for.
Okay, and why not?
I don't know, because I guess it looks kind of boxy on top.
Okay, so the one thing we'll say about boxy is that we always have to look at length. If you have some boxy but it's long enough to tuck in, you can create a waist. That's why it works for me. It may be too sweet, but let's see.
I'm particular about clothes. I have a really strong fashion sense. So to give that power to Stacy was kind of a scary thing a little bit.
Talk to me about your brows.
They're sexy, I guess. Like, what? Eyebrow.
Can you do that again for me? Because I'm not. If you're a circus performer, do you think that it's wise to wear your circus performance clothes when you're at the big top?
No, definitely not. No. That's performance clothes. You can another person aside from a clown.
Oh, all right. What do you think about that?
I like this actually. I really love these sleeves.
Unless you're eating soup.
That's true. You wouldn't want this out to dinner.
Yeah. But you know, I don't hate this on you the way I thought it would because the body dress is not as wide as I thought it was going to be. But I still think that the sleeves are a distraction because of the big fan sleeve and because of the big print. I feel like Sophie isn't the first thing I see.
Right, that's true.
Okay.
You see the dress.
It also feels a little bit very early 60s to me.
Well, that's, very much what I go for on the daily.
Is that so? I don't know if the hot mess of styles that you came with could be as early 60s.
I guess that's true.
Unless you've taken a lot of LSD then. Well, I want to compare it now to something that fits you a bit better.
So I really like this. This is really cute. The print's really nice, but it's like bold, but not too much.
I like it because it feels like it's from this era. It doesn't have a specific reference point. It just looks modern to me. And it's super big flattering. And that is the great basis for a wardrobe. Less caricature and more style. So let's try something else with that in mind.
This is super cute. The skin gets a little bit of skin, but it's not too much. I like it a lot, actually.
So this is probably the simplest. It's got visual interest. I love the colors. And there's nothing about you can't see. I might say, well, what a pretty skirt. But I would first say, what a pretty girl.
Thanks.
But now talk to me about your brows.
They take a lot of work.
How did you do in that shape?
I tried a few different shapes. I had like a real surprise kind of thing. This one is more sexy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like it's giving you like, what? Eyebrow.
Can you do it again for me? Because I don't know if I can get that. Okay, I'm a little bit worried that the arches that you bring for your eyebrow are a little too high.
Too high?
Yeah, and that we're taking too much away from your eye, and that if this was a little bit straighter, this would make a huge difference in the way we perceive the shape of your eye.
Okay.
And it would make more of a focus. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind when we start looking at your hair and makeup. Something a little more natural. What I love about this is that we're almost deconstructing where we started from with you, which was the costume that you came in the morning. And then something as simple as like just a plain white tank and skirt.
It's really interesting to see myself through your eyes. It feels really good. And I feel like my personality shines through, but it's not overwhelming.
Well, that's amazing.
I think that's what UC's trying to teach me is I can still be interesting and I can still be pretty and beautiful without being so overdone. But I don't want to have a look that's totally not me at all. I want Stacey to help me shine, not dull my circle.
Savannah, for me to hear what you've been through was hard. And for you to come out the other side was pretty amazing. But one thing that I didn't want you to do anymore was feel like you had to control the image of yourself in a way that was distract from who you are. So just to remind you, this was you when you're here. And this is you.
Oh my gosh. I absolutely love it.
Really?
Yeah. It's just, I feel like a new me. I love my hair. I love the color of it, the cut.
How do you feel about your brows? That was a big thing.
I like them. They're not as dramatic and angry looking.
Well, I think that's always good if you want to be approachable.
Right,
You know?
right.
But one of the other things that we talked about is the idea of approachability is important to you because there's the formative side of you, but there's also the side of you that wants to go on and do things in therapy. And it's not like, oh, this looks as therapist. With this, we just want you to be that pretty cool girl that will feel like they can talk to, right?
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about the outfit. Your first girl that I put on the show, a knee-high gator sandal, which is super popular right now, and makes this totally appropriate for daytime. Can you take the jacket off? So, I'm not going to make you to sandals off, but if you look, this shoe, you can make this totally appropriate for evening.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. That's it.
Yeah, that's so simple.
So, we took your look back out in the street, this look, and asked people whether they loved it or lusted after it, or you, or wanted to run. Let's take a look.
I think her overall style is really plush and sophisticated. She looks so confident and so great. Very uptown chic meets down hip.
It's classy, it's very in style and chic.
She's very approachable.
She comes first being a professional.
She seemed like a person who was well educated. I think I'd love her look.
Love.
Lust.
Love.
So slightly different action than you got before.
I'm so happy to hear.
I'm sure that after everything, it's nice to understand that you are not the person that everybody made you out to when you were younger, right?
Yeah.
That thing that you have outgrown, you did it, made it through to their side.
Yeah. I really have just been begging this confidence that I've been faking the whole time, and now I really finally feel it.
I'm really very proud of you.
Thank you.
So just, one more onion. Always good to hear one more.
Wow.
Oh my God.
gosh. It looks fantastic. And there's still a pizzazz there. It still suits her unique Savannah. I know you could do anything you set your mind to, and I'm just proud of you. I can't wait to hug you.
So how does that feel?
To hear her say that is really, really good. I feel like I really made her proud.
You're precious, you're valuable, and nobody should have the right to do differently.
Right.
I'm going to give you those shoes.
Hey, I love these shoes.
Yeah, hug. I think this is the start of the kind of confidence she could have. And maybe of letting the voices inside her head that tell she's not enough. Take care, kiddo.
Thank you so much. It's the first time that I feel accepted. I stand out for the right reasons. Before I felt beautiful when I was wearing beautiful things. Now I feel much more comfortable being myself.